subject today was requested by many of my subscribers, and the subject is how do I keep my teeth nice and white, my gums nice and healthy without using chemicals, without using whiteners. So today this is what I'm going to do. So let's get started right now. First of all, my name is Maria from Vancouver, Canada, and my company is Aglaia Esthetics Online. I want to thank every single subscriber, every single person that leaves me a note below. If you have any concerns and it's a little bit private, you can contact me on Instagram and you can give me any question that you have, and I will, with the best of my knowledge, to reply each and individual person, the best of my knowledge. For the people that do not know me, well, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you are going to subscribe, because when you subscribe, yes, it makes my channel larger, but being larger, it will allow me to help more people, and that gives me so much excitement. So I'm going to start with the first thing that you should not do to keep your teeth nice and white. Have you missed the live webinar? No worries. There's a link below, and do click on it, and there's so much information that I know that you will enjoy. So the first thing that you need to be aware for your teeth, guess what? Don't eat the stuff or drink the drinks that stain your teeth. It's that simple. I got more stuff, okay? But that is that simple. So if you drink coffee, red wine, teas, pops, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, stuff like that, I tell you, it will stain your teeth. Absolutely. So, but you say, hey Maria, but I need my coffee, I love my pop, whatever. Well, I'll tell you the reasons why it's not good. But if you do, after you drink your coffee, just get some water. There we go. My big container of water here. And swish it. Just get a little bit and swish your mouth to reduce or to minimize the effects of the acidity of coffee or the sugars that you have just intake. That makes sense, doesn't it? Absolutely. And also another thing that you have to remember, that after you drink your coffee or have a meal, do not brush your teeth right away. You should wait at least 30 minutes to 60 minutes before you brush your teeth, because otherwise it will thin out the enamel. I know that white teeth means healthy, means young. So we are striving, all of us are striving to keep our teeth as healthy and white as possible, including your gums. I have a picture here of the tooth, and the part that we see is the white part, which is your enamel. And right underneath it, we have a yellow substance called dentine. Okay, so right there. If we brush our teeth too much or at the wrong time, slowly we are thinning out our enamel. How do we do that? Is by eating acidic foods, eating or brushing your teeth just right after you ate a meal. That is not good. Why? Because majority of the foods are acidic, and the acidity makes the enamel a little bit soft. And if we go and brush our teeth right away, we are eliminating a microscopic, but a little bit of the enamel. And if we continue doing that, the enamel will thin out, and then the dentine will start coming through. And that's what we don't want to do. So you're seeing yellow teeth, you think they're dirty, but it's not. It's that your enamel has thinned out. And once the enamel is gone, it will not come back. So we will have to try to limit the amount of acidic foods. But so let's say you drink coffee or orange juice or anything that is acidic. What you need to do after you drink your coffee, get your water, get a little bit in your mouth, and swish it around, and then you can drink it down. So you are going to neutralize the acidity of that coffee or whatever you have eaten. So you can do that. But do not, please, do not brush your teeth for at least 30 to 60 minutes after your meal. Also, you must stay hydrated, because if you don't drink water, so just keep your little container of water just beside you at your workplace and keep on drinking that water. Come into a habit, because if you don't drink water, your saliva becomes thick, your mouth becomes dry, your mouth becomes acidic, equals, what does acidity do? It will thin out the enamel, and it becomes like a habit. So it's very essential that you follow these steps. Okay, keep your plaque in check. So that means that you have to brush at least twice a day. Not more than that is not necessary. So you brush your teeth in the morning after oil pulling, and I'll talk about it in a second, and at night before you go to bed. Dental flossing just once a day is more than plenty. So I love to do it, I actually do it at nighttime. And the type of floss that you need to get, it's more like a band. And this is the one that I prefer. This is my favorite. It's not that I'm selling anything, but this is my favorite one. And so what you're doing is that you are going to go down into that area with your dental floss, and then you come up. So it's almost like, I'm not gonna do it now because it doesn't look good, but it's you get a piece and you go right in between and you go right inside, and then you slide out, and do not go across. Otherwise, you're going to irritate your gums. You don't do that. So dental flossing once a day at nighttime, and take your time with dental flossing. During the day, eat fibrous foods such as cauliflower, broccoli, celery, because what they do is, first of all, it's really good for your gums. That's one thing, but also it stimulates the production of saliva. And saliva, again, is very essential to keep everything flowing. Eating nuts. People say peanuts, no, but there's so many things like almond nuts, walnuts, seeds such as sesame seeds, sunflower, pumpkin seeds. Those also are all very good, because what they do, they actually they're slightly abrasive, not bad, and they keep your teeth nice and clean. Something else that you want to eat is cheese, yogurt. All those, not too much, but if you don't want to eat dairy, don't. But cheese and yogurt will again stimulate the production of saliva. What's another one? Oh yes, pineapple. Pineapple is really good because it produces an enzyme. It has an enzyme called bromelain, and that also keeps your gums and your teeth nice and clean. Cut out or diminish the amount of sugars or processed foods, because we know sugars equals acidity. Acidity means thinning out of my enamel. Also, additional bacteria in your mouth. That bacteria is not good for you. It goes into your gut, and that is not healthy for you, but also it goes to your brain. And there is a study that individuals that do not have good oral hygiene habits, they might get dementia or Alzheimer's. There is a study, please check on it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but that is something that is still a study that I have a keen eye. I'm really looking into that. Next thing, smoking. You will never see a smoker with bright, beautiful teeth unless they do strips, the whitening strips, or they go to the dentist and then get the whitening chemicals into their teeth, which is really bad for you. But also the smoker or the smoking will cause, you'll know, discoloration. That's the one thing you see. Gingivitis, gum receding, periodontal diseases, even tooth loss. So you have to be very careful if that is something that you are going to do. But also it destroys all the vitamin C. The vitamin C in the body, what it does, it holds the cells together, nice and tight and firm. If we destroy, because we decide to smoke, if we destroy that vitamin C, we are going to cause that damage. The vitamin C is not there, the cells are not nice and tight. The vitamin C helps the production of collagen. Hello? So now it is not only about your gums, it's also about your skin. In our skin, we have collagen. Fibroblast produces the stimulation of collagen. Oh my goodness. Do we want to smoke? I don't want. Now, where do you take the vitamin C? From where? I do not encourage the vitamin C in a tablet form. I encourage more in a food. Again, food. And the highest food that is very, very high in vitamin C is sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, all those fermented foods, very, very high, but also citrus fruit. And you said, Maria, citrus fruit is not good for me. Yeah, after you have a citrus fruit, you're going to, yes, you're going to dilute it with water. Another one is bell peppers. The green one has the least, and the red one, of course, the most expensive one, has the most. Vitamin C in a pill form, most of them are synthetic, so not good. So it is better to go and get yourself a bell pepper and eat it like an apple. I hope that you're still here with me and you're enjoying this tutorial and you've decided to subscribe and to follow me. I enjoy doing these tutorials, but most of all, having individuals to give me their feedback, what they do about their skincare or their teeth, oral care, and so on. This one here, having beautiful, healthy teeth. It takes effort. It takes time. Anything that I teach, it's about taking care the whole body. And the teeth is part of the body. We do not want to get this. And what you're seeing here, this part here, this is the enamel, but up here there's a receding, and you're seeing the dentine. Because when we're looking back again, this diagram, the enamel stays up to a certain point. But when the gums here goes down, you're going to see part of this yellowing dentine. So, what are some of the things you can do to keep your breath fresh? One of the things that I always advise is have a little plant of parsley or mint and eat it. Parsley is very high in chlorophyll and very healthy for your gut. And mint is also very good for your stomach, but it keeps your breath very fresh. Another thing that I like to do, and I have some here, I always have some beside me, it's cloves. Can you see that? Okay, so cloves are antibacterial, but most of all antifungal. Can you see that? It looks like a little key. You can get these at any health food store, at any grocery store. When you put this in your mouth, it's almost like a bark. You chew it, you can spit it out, or you can send it down. Because it's really good. It's more, it kills and destroys all the parasites and the fungus in your body. Another thing that I like, let's see if I can have these. These ones here, can you see that? Yes. Does anybody know what these are? Fennel seeds, and they taste so good. These are also, the fennel seeds are very, very good, and I always have my little dish here. I'll take one once in a while and I chew on it. Keeps your breath fresh, but also the fennel is really good for destroying the bacteria, and it keeps your breath very nice and fresh. Yes. Now, does anybody know what this is? Cinnamon. I have a actual drink that I do, which helps, and you can look at it. I have a tutorial right here. It's really, really good. Basically, there is this and other things in it, and it does burn your belly fat, but most of all, it kills all the bacteria and the parasites in the body, in your gut. So do look at that tutorial. So yes, to keep your breath fresh, I mentioned a few of them. Scraping your tongue, that's also really good. And some people gag on it. So another way of doing it, you get your band here, your dental floss, and you can go from the back and you scrape forward. And that's the way I do it, because I gag a little bit when I put in a toothbrush. I really can't handle it. Baking soda, a lot of people like to use baking soda. That's not my favorite. Some people gargle with hydrogen peroxide, and that's not my favorite either, because it does cause some thinning, but it does help. Oh yes, gargling with salt water, warm salt water, sea salt, that also. But it's a lot of times you don't have time to go get the sea salt, so having the fennel and the cloves really, really helps. If you want my notes, hey, there's a link below. Say, hey Maria, send me those notes, because I have pages and pages of notes that I'm sure that you will enjoy. People's habits, most people, they get up, they get their coffee, they drink it, they will brush their teeth, and they walk out with a mug of coffee, and without really thinking about themselves, just almost like a robot. So here I have a tutorial. It is about what are the 5 things that you need to do in the morning. It's really good, so please look at it. But the first thing you should do in the morning, beside all these ones, is to go get a big glass of water with a twist of lemon, or maybe a teaspoon or tablespoon, depending how much you can handle, of apple cider vinegar. Pick it down. My dog. Sadie, no. And drink it, because that will stimulate your gastric juices. It wakes you up. It wakes your gastrointestinal. That's very important. One of the things I want to mention, once you destroy your enamel, it's irreversible. However, with your gums, if you do some of these steps, you will regain the health of your gums. So let's get started step by step right now. This procedure is going to take about, I would say, about 20 minutes. And if you have time in the morning, it's better in the morning. But you can also do it just before you go to bed. The first thing you want to do is to get a cup of water with salt, and it's better sea salt or the pink Himalayan salt. And you're going to swish around your mouth for about 3 to 4 minutes approximately. And the salt is very good for inflammation, for gingivitis. If you have any pain, it's very good. And you just do it for 3 or 4 minutes. That's it. You spit it out. The next step is oil pulling. And a lot of people will use sesame oil. I prefer coconut oil. That is my preference. And the oil pulling has a lot of benefits, not only for your gums and your teeth and the cleaning of the teeth, but also for your general immune system. It will strengthen actually your whole body, because by oil pulling, you're pulling up all the toxins, because in the mouth we have a lot of glands, and you're pulling out the toxins throughout the body. So it is very cleansing for the body. And you do this for about 10 to 15 minutes. And you can just get a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons, so depending how big your mouth is, and you put it in. Some people like also to put in some cloves, and you can crunch it and you can oil pull, because you already know the benefits of this. And you do it like this, again for 10 to 15 minutes. When you spit it out, please do not spit it out in your toilet or in your sink, because you will clog up. You have to spit it in the trash. You will feel quite clean, but the procedure is not done yet. The next step is using turmeric. And you just get a teaspoon of turmeric, and you put water until you get a paste like this. Okay? Remember that turmeric, and I like to use the natural turmeric. The turmeric It's amazing. It has a lot of benefits. It's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory, reduces gingivitis, and also, of course, your receding gums. Some people like to use their toothbrush, but it will stain. It stains everything. So I get a teaspoon of turmeric, ground turmeric, water. Some people like to put a little bit of coconut oil and some peppermint oil, which is also really good. If you want, you can, but it's not necessary. And put some Vaseline around your lips because it will stain. And then with the Q-tip, because I'm gonna throw this Q-tip away, you can put it on your teeth, on your gums, and you're going to stimulate, especially in the area where you have the receding. And of course, then after this, I'm gonna chuck this, and I'm gonna chuck if I have any left. And you leave it on your teeth for at least 3 to 5 minutes. After that, you can take some water, swoosh it around, and carefully you're going to spit it out. Don't splash because you can have a yellow everywhere, okay? And then after that, you can use your toothbrush. I kind of forgot the name. Your toothbrush, or if you have electric brush, and you can use some toothpaste here. This is here a very good toothpaste, natural toothpaste. Once in a while, I also like to use Sensodyne. That's one of my favorite. And you brush your teeth, and you will notice a major difference in the whiteness of your teeth. And the whole procedure, you can do it 3 times, 4 times a week if you wish. However, every morning I do oil pulling, just oil pulling. So I get up, I drink my big glass of water with a twist of lemon, and then I take a little teaspoon, because my mouth is not that big, or 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, and I swoosh it around for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, I spit it out, and I have my drink of the morning, my smoothie. I do enjoy coffee, and so I'm very careful after having my coffee to wait 30 minutes before I brush my teeth. Anyways, let's get to the next step. I have another concoction that you might want to use. And by the way, a reminder, if you want my notes, let me know. You can reach me in Instagram. You can, there's a link below so I can send you these notes. Without a doubt, I can send it to you almost right away. But there's another super remedy, and it can be done every couple of months because it is not good, but it works on removing the stains. Or let's say you have a photo shoot, or you're getting married, or a very important date, and you want your teeth nice and white. Basically, this is the steps. You would have a teaspoon of your favorite toothpaste. You put a pinch of salt, a little bit of baking soda, so now you know where you're going with this, and a few drops of lemon juice. You mix it together, you brush your teeth for 4 or 5 minutes, and then you spit it out, and your teeth are really, really white. Please don't do this every day. Don't do this every week. Don't even do this every month. I would say every couple of months you can do it, because guess what? All this is just to remove the stains of your teeth, and it's not really healthy for your enamel. It's not. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Ask me questions, give me comments below, and I look forward to my next tutorial. Take care.